That is the cohort you're going to be in the state of Indiana. You leave the state of Indiana, it's up to the individual states there. So don't worry about that. The state of Indiana says that you, as cohort 2030, you have to have a graduation plan. If you do not have a graduation plan that follows you through not only your 4 years of high school, you will not be able to graduate. So if you don't fill this out and turn it back in, come your senior year, if this isn't on file, you will not graduate. Okay? All right, so here's how this works. This is a very flexible plan. You're going to pick classes to meet the requirements for graduation. It changes every year. So you're entering your freshman year next year, right? Let's say when you get done, you decide, I don't want to take that path that I'm on right now. So as a sophomore, you can change it. But you got to have this in place to do that with. Okay? Here's what you got to do. You got to fill in the top part. You got to fill in the top part. You have to pick a seal. You have to pick a seal. Now, here's what the seals do. Seals are for enrollment, which means you're going to go to college of some sort. Ivy Tech, Marian, Indiana State, IU, Purdue, Ball State, Manchester, or not Manchester, Hanover down south. Evansville's got University of Southern Indiana down there. Okay, any of those schools is enrollment. So if you're trying to enroll into college, then you will need to go with enrollment seal. There are specific classes you got to take to do that. If you're going to do employment, such as going into a trade, going into a job, going into an apprenticeship, you will check the employment box. And that can be done several different ways. We're very fortunate here. Once you hit your senior year, Skills US, which is part of our program beyond high school, can train you in a lot of certificate programs that will get you pretty good paying jobs. Okay? So that's the box you will check for that. Now, the last one is enlistment and serve. This is the box if you want to join the military. If you join the military, then that box can be checked for that. Okay? So, those are your 3 seals. Now, let's take a quick look on the back before we talk about anything else. Those 3 seals are all based off, everybody takes these classes. Everybody. You have to take these classes. These are required by the state of Indiana. You have to have 42 credits to graduate. When you get done with us and you do not fail a class here, you'll have 54. But you have to have 42 in the right spots. Okay? What it amounts to, though, you will add classes to these 42 to make sure you meet one of your your seals. Seals are optional. This is mandatory. If you just do this right here, you have to get 42 credits. You have to have an employment box 2 checked. In other words, you have to show that you worked, did a service project, or did community service. And box 3, you have to score a 480 on the SAT and a 530 on the SAT in math and English. Or take a pathway. Every one of you, your sophomore year, will decide what kind of pathway I'm going to take. Because we require every student in here to take a pathway. The reason being is, if you don't get one of the seals, that pathway, along with these credits, and box 2 will get you graduated. All right? Can you take more than one seal? Yes, you can. Guess what? You take the enlistment seal, you can actually take the enrollment and the employment one, because if you do ROTC, you're in the military. You're going to college, and you have a job. So you basically check all 3. Okay? This is required by the state of Indiana, not failing. So if you want to graduate, because all of our diplomas meet Indiana requirements, you will turn this paper completed in to Mr. Wharton, right there. Mr. Wharton, you will turn it in to him tomorrow. Tomorrow. You're back in here practicing. Every one of you should be handing him this paper. Every one of you should be handing him this paper. For those that are not here, we're going to have a table at graduation, and their parents and them will take and fill it out then. We don't want you to be one of those. We want you to have them done and give to him. Questions? Anybody got any questions about this at all?